What is going on, everyone? Welcome to weekly recap number 85. I am Jake Dunlap, CEO of Scaled. Hopefully you've watched all 84 prior to this. You can find those on YouTube, my friends. But this week, we're gonna talk a little bit about the relationship between leadership and the front lines, things that you can expect as you're growing as a leader, and so much more, so stick around. All right, my friends, in this week's Jake's Take, I'm gonna start with the leadership perspective. I think for a lot of you in sales or in sales development or even in marketing, your kind of ultimate goal is to get into leadership. I also know a lot of people love the startup life, right? And I did a post, it's about a week and a half ago, where I talked about the chances that you're gonna make it 4 years as a VP of sales is 0.00%. Now, that's not actually true. There's a very small percent. But I think for a lot of you, there is just a formula that's been perpetuated in this culture, which says once you've scaled from here to here, we've got to go hire someone who's already went from here to here. But if you look at the average tenure of that second person, it's not that much better than the first person, right? So I just think as CEOs, and I'm going to be doing a LinkedIn Live coming up with a CEO talking about the CEO's perspective, I want you to think, are you doing everything that you can to set your leadership team up for success? Like even for me as a CEO, I'm not absolved from just hiring people that have done it before and expecting them to figure it out. The same way as a leader can't hire a director and a director can't hire a manager and just say, figure it out. So I'm going to continue to talk about what I think leadership can do at the executive levels to stop kind of perpetuating this formulaic way that we promote people and start investing more in our leaders. This week in Awesome. You know, I talked before about the leadership side. Now I want to talk about the frontline side and what their experience is with leadership. So on Monday, I had an amazing LinkedIn Live session with Sarah from Gong. Big shout out to Sarah, where we talked about what it's like being an SDR, moving into the AE world and working with your leadership team. We also had a really amazing article drop last week and then another one this week. Week before was why your team is quitting. So as a leader, what are the things you can look for? This week, what's really, really exciting is, you know, a lot of leaders are scared about the reps posting on LinkedIn. I get it. But what I am telling you, if you choose to learn how to empower people versus censor, you're gonna see much better results and happier people. This week in the news section, I want to talk about all these leaders that we have stepping down, right? Jack Dorsey from Twitter, Bob Iger from Disney, obviously for a whole bunch of different reasons these people are stepping down. You know, what's the right move? It goes back to my Jake's Take, what I talked about, that there's always someone better out there. And so I think for a lot of organizations, you know, is it inevitable, right? Can you avoid it? I don't know. I think each organization is different. Obviously there's scandals and those things are much different, right? For the rest of it, it's just to think of things on more of a case-by-case basis. So if you're in leadership, I know you can think of this myopically in your individual life. If you're in the front lines, it's the same thing. You kind of think all prospects are the same. So I think we just need to be smarter about treating each situation, each leadership role differently. And can this person scale versus this is the formula that we've always ran? This week, my friends, in Ask Jake Anything, the section where I try to take your questions, your commentary / questions, and do my best to answer them. So if you're out in the wild, hashtag Ask Jake Anything, the team scours online and we find some really good questions. This week from Andy Mowat, VP of Go-to-Market Operations at Culture Amp. What is going on, my friend Andy? I had a quote the other day that a head of demand gen has an even bigger target on their back than a VP of sales. Well, here's the thing. Don't necessarily disagree. I think demand generation is evolving very quickly. And the tried and true things that a demand gen leader used to be able to go to, you write an ebook, chop it into blogs, chop it into social media, do ads around it, those things just aren't working as well. So I feel like right now, demand gen folks in particular have got to learn different skill sets. They've got to learn other platforms other than like these very typical platforms. They've got to learn how to harness the power of organic LinkedIn and paid LinkedIn. I feel like a lot of demand gen people are so used to putting their eggs in the retargeting bucket or other social media platforms. So yeah, I think demand gen leaders do have a big target on their back right now, but a lot of it is the tried and true things aren't working. Again, if you have a question, like my man Andy here, make sure hashtag Ask Jake Anything, and I'll do my best to answer your question live. I did a little teaser post to this last weekend where I talked about a new group only for revenue professionals that we're getting ready to put together. Again, we're thinking about the platform, LinkedIn, Slack, Bravado, TBD. But really what I want to know is a few things. One, we're really thinking about making it leader-free. That this is a place where sales people can go and marketing people can go to share as a community. Deal rooms, AMAs with other salespeople, some cool stuff there. Would love to know what you think on that. Two, what would make this more valuable? I think a lot of people are getting sick of their LinkedIn feed has just got so much stuff in it. And this group, our whole goal is to make this all about relevant sales tactics. So I want to know from you what would make this helpful. Let me know your thought about the leaders. Let me know what's going to be amazing for you. DM me, drop your responses in the comments. More to come with this in particular. That, my friends, is weekly recap number 85. I'm out.